Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alma. If you guys hear any noise in the background, it's because I'm in my daughter's room right now and they're playing with your toys, so I'm keeping an eye on them while I'm recording this video. But for today's video, I wanted to talk about what happened or what I said or what I told my parents when I found out I was pregnant. Now, all three of the stories are pretty simple, so I thought I'd just kind of include all three stories because I did have 3 pregnancies, 3 babies. So I'm just gonna include. Are you okay? I'm just gonna include
this one.
Okay, then take this one off first, and then take this one. So I'm gonna include. Go over there. Change over here. So I'm gonna talk about all 3 of my experiences of what happened when I told my parents that I was pregnant.
Can I put this on?
1 second. Go show your dress real quick. Here, come like this. There you go. So pretty. I tell Annabelle likes to like come all up on the camera and like be in the video when I'm talking, but then she talks over me and it takes me forever just to finish the video. But I'm gonna try my best. Baby, we'll make a video right now. Okay, come here. Come sit down next to me. Don't cry. Don't cry. There, it's fine. Okay. Don't cry. No tears. And Skylar's just staring at her like, what is going on? Okay. Now, before I begin this video, I just want to say that because I was a teen, I was 17 when I got pregnant, so I just want to let you guys know that I am in no way telling you to go and get pregnant at 17 or that it's okay or this and that, you know. I'm just talking based on my experiences and what happened to me. And yeah, so let's just get on with the video. So now with Annabelle, when I found out, I had a feeling I was pregnant with her because I was 2 weeks late on my period and that had never happened before. So I told, at the time, you know, my boyfriend Chris, who is now my husband, I told him I think I need to take a pregnancy test because I haven't gotten my period in 2 weeks. And he has always loved kids and he's always wanted to be a dad. So he got excited right away and went and bought the pregnancy test and everything. And we took the test together. So I like peed on the test and turned it upside down and then looked at it and this and that. So that's how we found out we were pregnant. He was excited. Me mainly, I was terrified. I was scared. Skylar, you want to be on the video too. Let's sit you down right here. Now, I was scared because I have a Hispanic mom. Now, if most of you guys know, Hispanic moms are kind of crazy. So I for sure thought I was going to get my ass whooped. My mom was going to yell at me. She was going to hit me or jalarme las greñas or something. But yeah, so pretty much what I did, because I was scared to tell her myself, I told the first person that I ever knew, aside from Chris, was my sister. Now, I told my sister, I told her...
put my boots on and I can see
okay, baby, go ahead. I told her, I was like, I'm pregnant. And now she was like, in shock. So, but I asked her, I'm scared to tell my mom. Can you please just tell her that I told you and that you know, but I'm too scared to tell her, so that you're telling her. You get what I mean? So it's like she was snitching me out, kind of. I asked her to snitch me out. So she snitched me out because I asked her to. So I don't know what she told her, or in what way, or in person, or the text message, or what. I don't know. But all I know is that she told her. Now, when she told her, I was still at school. So I think it was in my last class or something. All I know was already after school. Now, Scott is trying to grab the tripod. Yeah, so it was, I think it was already after school, because I remember it was like after class and I was like right outside. So this was my senior year in high school. I was 17, it was my senior year in high school. I remember my mom texting me, telling me, is there some, hay algo que me tienes que decir? Like saying like, is there something that you, so she told me, is there something, she texted me, is there something that you need to tell me? And I was acting dumb like, no, why? And then she was like, well, your sister told me that you're pregnant. Is this true or not? And that's when my heart was like she knows. And I feel like it was easier for me in a sense because it was through text message, and she was, I think, at the house and I was at school, so we were like, you know. And so I told her yes, I just found out and I didn't know how to tell you because I'm really scared. Now I thought she was gonna like freak out or something and yell at me and all that stuff, you know, like I said, jalame de las greñas or something. But no, I feel like, because once I got home right away, she sat down and talked with me and she told me, it's gonna take me forever to film this video. But, see, I keep forgetting where I'm at. So, stop. I'm gonna put you in your clip. Hold on. She sat down with me and she talked, she was asking me like, do you know how far along you are? Which I didn't know because it had only been a pregnancy test, so I hadn't gone to like actually check how many weeks I was and everything. So automatically she was like, because she didn't yell or raise her voice at me at all, so I was like really surprised by that. But I feel in a sense, since she has been a teen mom herself too, because she got pregnant with me when she was 18, I feel like she kind of understood my emotions at the moment. And then later on, she just, right away, she was like, okay, we need to make you an appointment with the doctor to check how everything is and this and that. So she was very supportive from the beginning on whatever decision I wanted to make. And yeah, so she was the one who took me to Planned Parenthood to go get a pregnancy test just to confirm, and then took me to my first doctor's appointments and all the paperwork and stuff like that. And yeah, so that was my mom's reaction, which I don't, to this day, she loves my kids so much. She's very involved with my kids, calls them every single day, checks up, like she loves them to death. But yeah, and then now with my dad, when it came to telling my dad, I did not tell him either. I was too scared, only because my dad has always been very strict. I guess you can say very typical dad, kind of very strict, quiet, serious. Like, I was terrified to even tell him. So my mom was like, don't worry about it, I'll talk to him, I'll tell him. Now when she broke the news to him, he right away was like, why did you do that? What were you doing? Why were you even doing that? And yeah, he was just very serious about it. He didn't really say much at the very beginning, because I remember he actually like stormed off out of the house. He, after I told him the news, he well, after my mom told him the news, because I was right there in the living room, he stormed off. Like, he got up from the couch and he slammed the door and like walked, like just left the house, and then I don't know. All I remember was like he threw like a rock at the window or something. I don't know. He was just really pissed, and he didn't talk to me for, I think, a week. Yeah, he did not talk to me for about a week. Which, looking back now at the moment, I was like shitting myself. Like I was scared and I was nervous and everything. But you know, now as me as a mom, I understand where he was coming from, and I guess his disappointment and his feelings. But yeah, and then later on after a week, after he didn't talk to me for about a week, then later on he like came and we eventually did have a conversation. He talked to me. He said he was gonna be there to support me no matter what. That he loved me. We hugged, and yeah. And then after that, he wasn't involved. I feel like my parents were involved in my pregnancies very differently. Where my mom was like, how I felt and making sure my doctor's appointments and making sure I was eating healthy and all this stuff. And my dad never really asked much about the pregnancy in general. Just more constantly reminding me, make sure you're eating healthy, or he'll make me like smoothies and shakes and stuff like that with like fruits and veggies, and then he'll like make me drink them to make sure that I was staying healthy during my pregnancy. But yeah, so that was with our daughter Annabelle, our oldest. Now moving on with my second pregnancy, which was with my son, with Jaden. Now with him, he was very much planned. We were living on our own already. So we had, I remember, so when we found out we were pregnant, when we found out we were pregnant with Jaden.
Like my juice.
Yeah, baby. And put your foot up and show them. Just don't put with the dress. So when I told my mom, now this time I did not text her, call her. Well, no, I texted her. I didn't like see her in person. I didn't tell her in person. I just, because even though we had already had one baby, I feel like since I was still young, I got pregnant with Jaden when I was 19 years old. Yes, I was 19 when I got pregnant with him. Now, I remember I texted my mom, but have you, what happened? I texted my mom, but you know, like those pictures, you guys are just not gonna let me talk today, huh? But I'm pretty sure everyone has seen those pictures. You know, when like those photography pictures where like it looks like like a couple is laying down in bed, and then they take a picture of like the feet, and then they have like little baby feet also there, like in black and white. Pretty sure you guys know what I mean. I'll try to insert a clip right here if I can. And so you guys know what I mean. But pretty much it was a picture I found on Google, which was like the mom's feet, the dad's feet, and then the toddler's feet, and then the baby's feet, and then with like a heart or something like that. So I sent that to my mom, and at first she was kind of confused. She was like, is this your picture? I'm like, no. I'm like, I got it off Google. And then she was like, are you trying to tell me that you're pregnant? And I was like, yeah, surprise. I'm like, I'm pregnant again. And then this time around, she was, again, like the first time, she was like really happy. She was like, well, congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys. And this and that. And like I said, my mom has always been very supportive of pretty much anything. And then yeah, so that's how I told my mom, and she was happy. And yeah, and with my dad this time around, I was actually in the car with my mom, and I don't know what we were meeting up for, or we saw him, or we were picking up something. I'm not sure, but I remember it was like outside of his smoothie place, and my dad was there, and he got me like the smoothie, and then my mom just like blurted it out, like she just spit it. She was just like, oh yeah, your daughter, congratulations, because you're gonna be a grandpa again, because your daughter's pregnant. And he was just like, what? But yeah, and I feel like my mom was just like, well, she already has one, so she's like, she said something like, well, she already has one, so what's one more? like that. And then I feel like we really give the time my dad to like process it, because we just like, my mom just told him like that, and then like we ended up like leaving like after that, and I was just like, bye dad, I love you. And that was pretty much it. And yeah, now that's how we announced our second pregnancy, which I feel was pretty simple and honestly the easiest way. Now with Skylar was also very much planned. We wanted her from the very beginning. We were trying. Now, so you guys, if you if you haven't watched my previous videos or know who I am, then you don't know that our son passed away when he was 10 months old. Now, we had been trying to get pregnant since he was 7 or 8 months old, but I couldn't get pregnant. So then, oh, are you okay? Well, we were trying and we wanted to have another baby, but the thing though was I just wasn't getting pregnant. And then eventually I actually ended up getting pregnant right on my son's birthday. So he passed when he was 10 months old, and which was April, and by June was by his birthday was when I ended up getting pregnant with our now daughter Skylar. Which I feel like with her, she was like the biggest surprise, because we weren't expecting it when it happened, because there was so much going on. But yeah, so when I ended up finding out, I actually went with her. I ended up finding that I was pregnant alone by myself, because I took a pregnancy test like really early in the morning when Chris was still sleeping and Annabelle was sleeping, and that's when it ended up coming out that was positive. And yeah, so that same day, that morning I told Chris, and I don't know what we had to do that day, but all I remember was we got ready, walking out the door, and at the time at the apartment that we were living, my mom actually lived right next door to us. So our apartments were like literally right next door. And so I knew she was home because when I walked out, I could see that her kitchen light, the window that you could see from outside, it was on. So I went and knocked, and I took the pregnancy test with me. And she knew we had been trying for a baby, because I told my mom everything, so she knew. But yeah, so I just took the pregnancy test with me, and I went right over next door to her house. And so I knocked, and she opened the door, and then I was like, good morning, and we made like a little chit chat. And then at the end, when I was about to leave, I was like, oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot, I wanted to show you something. And she was like, what is it? Yeah, so I just put the pregnancy test like right on the counter, and then she saw it right away. She was like happy. She like almost started crying. She was like, wow, you see, God blessed you with another baby, and all cheesy and stuff like that. But yeah, and then now with my dad, I don't remember telling him actually. I don't remember how I told him. I think I texted him, or I think I texted him. I don't know why I don't remember how I told him, but yeah, so that's pretty much what happened to me and how I told my parents. And I feel like I got lucky enough where I didn't get like actions that like I hear other mothers get, where like they get kicked out, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what happened to us. And I feel like too, ever since me and my husband, we became parents, we decided that it was our responsibility. We had to make our own lives now, and then was when we moved out, because we've been living together since we were 18. On our own since we were 18 years old. And I am about to be 23, and it's actually his birthday today. He turns 24 today. So it's been quite a while. Come over here. Come over here with mama. But yeah, so those were my experiences. And yeah. I don't know what else to say. I never know how to end my videos. Silly girl. Silly girl. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy listening in. Whoa. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing I wanted to start like a new series where I do like sit down chit chat kind of talk videos where I talk about a little bit more about my life and my experiences and what I've been through, what I've gone through and stuff like that. But yeah, this was how I told my parents that I was pregnant. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you press the thumbs up button if you want more videos like this. And I'm gonna go because these kids need my attention right now. Thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!